வாகை சூடவா.
Hi students, in this session we are going to discuss molecular orbital theory. This theory was introduced by Robert Mulligan in the year 1932. Now we are going to see the salient features of MO theory. When two atoms approach each other, their atomic orbitals lose their identity and mutually overlap to form new orbitals called molecular orbitals. Molecular orbitals are associated with the molecule as a whole and are quantized. The molecular orbitals are polycentric. They surround the nuclei of the combining atoms, and the electrons are considered moving over the whole nuclear system, instead moving around a particular nucleus. Molecular orbitals are formed only by those atomic orbitals which are of comparable energies and possess proper orientation. The number of molecular orbitals formed is the same as the number of combining atomic orbitals. A molecular orbital can accommodate a maximum of 2 electrons. To fill the electrons in various molecular orbitals, we should follow 3 rules: Pauli's exclusion principle, Hund's rule, and Alpha's principle. The shape of molecular orbital depends upon the shape of the combining atomic orbitals. According to linear combination of atomic orbitals method, when two atomic orbitals of comparable energies and they come in proper orientation, two types of molecular orbitals formed. One is called bonding molecular orbital, the other one is called anti-bonding molecular orbital. Look at this diagram. From this very clear, bonding molecular orbital has lesser energy than the combining atomic orbitals. Anti-bonding molecular orbitals got more energy compared to the combining atomic orbitals. Now, according to linear combination of atomic orbitals method, whenever two electron waves combine, there are two possibilities of combining. One is called constructive interference, the other one is called destructive interference. In the case of constructive interference, you can see the picture very clearly. Two crusts added up, two troughs added up. This is called constructive interference. This leads to the formation of bonding molecular orbital. Whereas in the case of anti-bonding molecular orbital formation, crust combines with the trough combines with the crust. This results destructive interference. Now apply this to the formation of molecular orbital. Psi A, wave function of atom A. Psi B, wave function of atom B. Let us consider a hydrogen molecule. It contains 2 hydrogen atoms. One hydrogen atom, let us take it as A. Another hydrogen atom, let us take it as B. So, the wave function of one hydrogen atom, psi A, the wave function of another hydrogen atom, psi B. When they combine, when they undergo constructive interference, what will happen? Psi bonding molecular orbital, that is wave function of bonding molecular orbital, is equal to sum of wave function of atom A and wave function of atom B. Here you can notice between the two nuclei, charge density of electron more. Let us take this. Charge density is nothing but square of psi b square. Psi b square is called charge density of bonding molecular orbital, which is equal to psi square A plus psi square B plus 2 psi A psi B. Come to anti-bonding molecular orbital. Here when two atoms combine, when two electron waves combine or two atomic orbitals combine, what happens? That the crust combine with the trough. So here what happens? Between AB, one C is there. That C stands for nodal point. At the nodal point, charge density or electron density is 0. So if the electron density between the two nuclei is 0, two nuclei repel one another. So automatically energy become more the repulsion, more the energy. That is why anti-bonding molecular orbital got more energy. Whereas in the case of bonding molecular orbital, between the two atoms A and B, charge density, electron density more, thereby repulsion between the two nuclei minimized, no repulsion. So this molecule is what? More stable, that means it got less energy. That is why bonding molecular orbital got less energy compared to the combining atomic orbitals energy, whereas anti-bonding molecular orbital has more energy compared to the combining atomic orbitals energy. Now we are going to see the difference between bonding molecular orbital and anti-bonding molecular orbital. We know bonding molecular orbital is formed if two waves which are in phase, if two electron waves which are in phase, whereas antibonding molecular orbitals are formed if two waves combine, those two waves are not in phase or out of phase. Then psi b, that is wave function of bonding molecular orbital, is equal to wave function of atom A plus wave function of atom B, whereas psi A, wave function of antibonding molecular orbital, is equal to wave function of atom A, wave function of atom B. The electron density is centered between the two nuclei of the combined atoms, whereas here the probability of finding electron between the nuclei of the combining atom is negligible. The energy of bonding molecular orbital less than that of the atomic orbitals, energy of antibonding molecular orbital greater than that of the atomic orbitals of the combining atoms, then electron present in bonding molecular orbital lead to attract between the atoms and stabilize the molecule, whereas electrons present in antibonding molecular orbitals lead to repulsion between the atoms and destabilize the molecule. Now we are going to see what is proper orientation, what is improper orientation. For this I have taken one example, s orbital and p orbitals. This overlap is called sp overlap. When these two orbitals overlap, this is called proper orientation, whereas look at the second one, improper orientation. Here the orbital overlap is not to the maximum extent. So if the orbital overlap is maximum, then the bond will be strong, molecule will be more stable. Here the orbital orientation is not that much, so bond is weak, that molecule is what? Unstable. Now we are going to see when two s orbital of hydrogen, when they combine, what happens? There are two possibilities of forming molecular orbital. Molecular orbital can be represented as sigma 1s, sigma star 1s. Sigma 1s stands for bonding molecular orbital. Sigma star 1s stands for anti-bonding molecular orbital. Here, bonding molecular orbital is obtained by the addition of the wave function of atom A, wave function of atom B, whereas antibonding molecular orbital is obtained by the subtraction of wave function of atom A and wave function of atom B. Now we are going to see head-on overlap and side-wise overlap. Let us take simple example. 2pz, 2pz. They overlap head-on to give two types of molecular orbital. One is sigma 2pz bonding molecular orbital. The other one is sigma star 2pz anti-bonding molecular orbital. Now let us consider 2px orbital. When they combine, there are two types of molecular orbitals formed. One is bonding molecular orbital. The other one is called anti-bonding molecular orbital. In the case of bonding molecular orbital, you can see the electron density between the two nuclei more, molecule is more stable. This can be represented as pi 2px, whereas pi star 2px, you can see two nuclei face each other. Electron density between the two nuclei nil, therefore more repulsion. it got more energy. Now we are going to see the difference between sigma molecular orbital, pi molecular orbital. You have seen sigma molecular orbital is formed by head-on overlap, whereas pi molecular orbital is formed by side-wise overlap. Here, the overlap sigma molecular orbital, overlap of atomic orbital is maximum, whereas pi molecular orbital, overlap of atomic orbitals less. The orbital is symmetrical to rotation about the internuclear axis, whereas here not symmetrical to rotation about the internuclear axis. The resulting covalent bond is very strong. Here the resulting covalent bond is what? Weaker. Now we are going to study one important concept in this topic called bond order. What is bond order? Bond order is nothing but one half of the difference between number of electrons in bonding molecular orbitals and number of electrons in antibonding molecular orbitals. Formula: bond order is equal to half Nb minus Na. Nb, number of electrons in bonding molecular orbitals. Na, number of electrons present in antibonding molecular orbitals. Now you should know what is the significance of bond order. From the bond order value, I can predict the stability of molecule. How? If number of electrons present in the bonding molecular orbital is greater than number of electrons present in antibonding molecular orbital, then the molecule is stable. If the number of bonding electrons is lesser than or equal to number of antibonding electrons, then the molecule is unstable. Status of the bond. The integral bond orders like 1, 2 and 3 correspond to single, double and triple bonds respectively. Bond length. Higher the bond order, shorter is the bond length. Magnetic behavior of the molecule. If the molecule contains paired electrons, then it is called diamagnetic. If the molecule contains one or more unpaired electrons, then it is called paramagnetic. Last one, dissociation energy of the molecule. Remember, higher the value of bond order, greater is the dissociation energy of the molecule. Now we are going to see the relative order of energies of molecular orbitals. Remember children, the energies of molecular orbitals can be calculated on the basis of ultraviolet spectroscopy. Here, from hydrogen to nitrogen, we follow one order. From oxygen, we can follow another order. For hydrogen to nitrogen, we follow the energy level order, sigma 1s, then sigma star 1s, sigma 2s, sigma star 2s, pi 2px, pi 2py. These two got similar energy. That's why it is given like this, one below the other. Then sigma 2p is set, pi star 2px, pi star 2py, both got same energy. Then sigma star 2p is set. Whereas for oxygen and above molecules, oxygen, fluorine and all, we follow one energy level, sigma 1s, sigma star 1s, sigma 2s, sigma star 2s, sigma 2p is z. See, compare the previous one. Compare this with previous one. Here sigma 2p is z before pi, whereas there sigma is after pi. Rules for filling the electrons, we have three rules: Alpha principle, Pauli's exclusion principle, Hund's rule. According to Alpha's principle, molecular orbitals are filled in the increasing order of energy level. Pauli's exclusion principle says every molecular orbital can accommodate 2 electrons. Those 2 electrons should have opposite spin. Hund's rule says if I have equal energy molecular orbitals, they should be first filled with a single electron. After that, pairing takes place. Now we are going to see molecular orbital diagrams and electronic configuration of some homonuclear diatomic molecules and molecular ions. First we are going to study hydrogen molecule. Electronic configuration of hydrogen atom is what? 1s1. Hydrogen molecule contains 2 electrons. electronic configuration of now hydrogen molecule is sigma 1s2. 1s combined to form a bonding molecular orbital sigma 1s. This molecular orbital can accommodate 2 electrons, so it is written as sigma 1s power 2. Look at this diagram. Hydrogen, one atom combined with another hydrogen atom, 2 atomic orbitals of 2 hydrogen combined. Each hydrogen provides 1 electron. Now, these 2 electrons are accommodated in bonding molecular orbital sigma 1s. Now, the bond order calculation. Bond order is equal to half into number of bonding electrons minus number of anti-bonding electrons. Here bonding electrons 2, anti-bonding electrons 0. So, you will be getting 1. From the bond order value, we can arrive few conclusions. Status of bond, single bond. Stability, bond order is positive. Therefore, this molecule is stable with the bond dissociation energy 433 kilojoule per mole. This molecule doesn't have unpaired electron. Therefore, it is diamagnetic. Now, we are going to see hydrogen molecular cation, H2 plus ion. Cation means positive ion. Here, H2 plus ion got only 1 electron. So, the electronic configuration of H2 plus molecular ion sigma 1s 1. Here only 1 electron present, that is accommodated in sigma 1s bonding molecular orbital. If we calculate bond order, you will be getting 1 minus 0 by 2. No electrons present in the anti-bonding molecular orbital. Therefore, 1 minus 0 by 2 gives 1 by 2. Bond order is positive. Therefore, this is more stable with the bond dissociation energy value 269 kilojoule per mole. Here one thing you should know, bond length of H2 plus 104 picometer, H2 74 picometer. Why H2 plus got more bond length? Because bond order less. Bond order is inversely proportional to bond length. This ion got 1 unpaired electron, therefore it is paramagnetic. Now we are going to see hydrogen molecular anion, H2 minus. This H2 minus ion got 3 electrons. So it can be written like this. Electronic configuration of H2 minus molecular anion is sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s1. Here there are 3 electrons. They are accommodated like this. Bonding molecular orbitals 2, anti-bonding molecular orbital 1. Bond order, number of electrons present in the bonding molecular orbital 2, anti-bonding 1. So 2 minus 1 by 2, you will get half. Bond order is positive, therefore it is stable. Then H2 minus ion is less stable than H2 plus ion. Reason, in the case of H2 minus ion, 1 electron present in the anti-bonding molecular orbital, which will destabilize H2 minus ion compared to what? H2 plus ion. Here, this ion got 1 unpaired electron, therefore it is paramagnetic. Now we are going to see helium molecule. Helium atom contains 2 electrons, electronic configuration 1s2. Whereas helium molecule contains 4 electrons. Electronic configuration of helium-2 molecule can be written as sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2. Here, bonding molecular orbital contains 2 electrons. Anti-bonding molecular orbital contains 2 electrons. Therefore, bond order is 2 minus 2 by 2, 0. Remember, if the bond order is 0, then the molecule does not exist. Next, we are going to see helium molecule ion. Helium molecule ion contains totally 3 electrons. So its electronic configuration sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s1. There are 3 electrons. 2 electrons accommodated in the bonding molecular orbital. 1 electron accommodated in the anti-bonding molecular orbital. Bond order calculation, bonding electrons 2, anti-bonding electrons 1. So 2 minus 1 by 2, you will be getting half. Bond order is positive, therefore this ion is stable. H2 plus ion and helium 2 plus ion have same bond order. That means both have same dissociation energy and bond length. Magnetic behavior, one unpaired electrons present here, therefore it is paramagnetic. Now we have lithium molecule Li2. Lithium atomic number 3, its electronic configuration 1s2 2s1. Lithium molecule contains 6 electrons. Its electronic configuration sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2, sigma 2s2. Its electrons are accommodated in the molecular orbital like this. 1s, 1s both get cancelled. Each one got 2 electrons, so they are cancelled. So we can retain as kk. The remaining 2 electrons accommodated in sigma 2s bonding molecular orbital. Its bond order half into number of electrons present in the bonding molecular orbital 2, antibonding 0, 2 minus 0 by 2, 1. That status of bond, single bond, bond order is positive, therefore this molecule is stable. Only paired electrons present, it is diamagnetic. Next, for beryllium 2, boron 2, C2 molecule. Beryllium 2, you can see the electronic configuration sigma 2s2, sigma star 2s2. Both got equal number of electrons, so they cancel one another. Bond order half into 2 minus 2, 0. If the bond order is 0, then the molecule does not exist. Come to boron B2. See here bond order 4 minus 2 by 2, 1. It contains one unpaired electrons, so it is paramagnetic. One unpaired electron in pi 2px bonding molecular orbital, one unpaired electron present in pi 2py bonding molecular orbital. Totally 2 unpaired electrons, it is paramagnetic. Come to C2. Here all the electrons are paired. Here the bond order 6 minus 2 by 2, 2. It is diamagnetic. Now we are going to see nitrogen molecule. Nitrogen atomic number 7, its electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2px1, 2py1, 2pz1. So 1s overlap, that I can written as kk. Now come to 2s combination. 2s combine to form sigma 2s bonding molecular orbital, sigma star 2s antibonding molecular orbital. When 2px, 2py combine, I will get pi 2px, pi 2py bonding molecular orbital, pi star 2px, pi star 2py antibonding molecular orbital. When 2pz atomic orbital combine, I will get sigma 2pz bonding molecular orbital, sigma star 2pz antibonding molecular orbital. Now p orbitals got 3, 3, 6 electrons. So they are well accommodated like this. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6. So bond order is equal to 8 minus 2, 6 divided by 2, 3. If the bond order value is 3, then I can say it has triple bond. Then bond order is positive, therefore it is stable. Then no unpaired electrons, therefore it is diamagnetic. Now let us focus ions of nitrogen. N2 plus ion. Atomic number of nitrogen 7. N2 plus ion got 13 electrons. N2 got 14 electrons. It lost 1 electron. Therefore, it contains 13 electrons. Its electronic configuration sigma 2s2, sigma star 2s2, pi 2px2, pi 2py2, sigma 2pz1. Its bond order calculation, number of electrons present in bonding molecular orbital, we have 7, antibonding 2. So 7 minus 2 by 2, that is 2.5 is the bond order. Bond order is positive, that means N2 plus ion is stable. When you compare to N2, N2 plus is less stable because N2 got the bond order 3. Bond dissociation energy also N2 plus lesser than N2 because N2 plus got the bond order 2.5, whereas N2 got 3. Bond order less, bond dissociation energy less. Magnetic behavior, it contains one unpaired electron. Therefore, it is called what? Paramagnetic. Now come to N2 minus ion. N2 minus ion, we have 15 electrons. They are accommodated like this. Sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2, sigma 2s2, sigma star 2s2, pi 2px2, pi 2py2, sigma 2pz2, pi star 2px1. So bond order value 8 minus 3 divided by 2, 2.5. Here bond order is positive, it is stable. Look at this, N2 plus N2 minus both got same bond order value. So both are almost nearly stable. Magnetic behavior, because of the presence of unpaired electrons, so it is paramagnetic. Come to N2 2 minus ion. It contains 16 electrons. Its electronic configuration is like this. Sigma 2s2, sigma star 2s2, pi 2px2, pi 2py2, sigma 2pz2, pi star 2px1, pi star 2py1. So bond order 8 minus 4 by 2, 2. Bond order is positive, therefore it is stable. But least stable among all the molecular ions of nitrogen because it has the least bond order value. Its magnetic behavior, because of the presence of unpaired electrons, it is paramagnetic. Now come to oxygen molecule. In the case of oxygen molecule, there is only one change we have. Sigma 2pz come before what? Pi 2px, pi 2py. Oxygen atomic number 8, it has 16 electrons. They are accommodated in the molecular orbital like this. Sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2, that can be written as kk, whereas sigma 2s, sigma star 2s got 2 electrons. Then come to p orbitals, we have 4 plus 4, 8 electrons. They are accommodated like this. Sigma 2p is 2 electrons, pi 2px 2 electrons, pi 2py 2 electrons. The remaining 2 electrons are accommodated like this. Pi star 2px 1 electron, pi star 2py 1 electron. Bond order calculated is 8 minus 4 by 2, that is 2. If the bond order is 2, then the bond is double bond. Then it has 2 unpaired electrons, therefore it is paramagnetic molecule. Similar way, children, you should learn it for O2 plus, O2 minus, O2 minus 2 ion. Look at their bond order. One got 2.5, the other one is called 1.5, the other one is called 1. So in the NEET entrance examination, this tabular column is very important. Comparison of characteristics of O2, O2 plus, O2 minus, O2 2 minus ions. Look at the bond order. O2 got the bond order 2, O2 plus 2.5, O2 minus 1.5, O2 2 minus 1. So bond order decreasing like this. O2 plus got more bond order than O2, then O2 minus, O2 minus 2. Compared to bond dissociation energy. Remember, if the bond order is more, bond dissociation energy will be more. So bond dissociation energy also follow the same trend. Stability. Bond order directly proportional to what? Stability. If the bond order is more, stability will be more. So that also follow the same trend. Now come to bond length. Remember, bond order inversely proportional to bond length. So bond length is the reversed one. O2 plus got lesser bond length than O2, then O2 minus, then O2 minus 2. Now look at the tabular column, children. Species. O2 plus, we have 2.5 bond order, O2 2, O2 minus 1.5, O2 minus 2 1. Bond order is more, most stable, then less stable, further less stable, least stable. Magnetic behavior, O2 plus paramagnetic, O2 paramagnetic, O2 minus paramagnetic, whereas O2 minus 2 diamagnetic. Now we are going to see fluorine molecule. Fluorine atomic number 9, molecule contains 18 electrons. Atomic number 9, so molecule contains what? 18 electrons. Its bond order can be calculated like this: 8 minus 6 by 2, 1. That means single bond between two fluorine atoms. Bond order is positive, that means this molecule is stable. Because of the presence of paired electrons in all the molecular orbitals, it is diamagnetic. Last one is neon molecule. Neon atomic number 10. Neon molecule contains 20 electrons. So in all the molecular orbitals, you can see electrons are paired. Therefore it is diamagnetic. But the thing is, bond order 8 minus 8 by 2, 0. Whenever the bond order is 0, then the molecule does not exist. Now we are going to see molecular orbital configurations for heteronuclear diatomic species. This is very much useful to answer the competitive exam questions. Look at CN. CN got 13 electrons. How will he arrive 13 electrons? Carbon got 6 electrons. Nitrogen got 7 electrons. So totally 13 electrons. It has the bond order 7 minus 2 by 2, 2.5. It has one unpaired electron, therefore paramagnetic. Cn minus got 14 electrons. Its bond order 3. It has no unpaired electrons, therefore diamagnetic. NO got bond order 2.5. Number of unpaired electron 1. It has unpaired electron, so paramagnetic. NO plus got bond order 3. No unpaired electron, diamagnetic. NO2 plus got 13 electrons. Its bond order 2.5. Number of unpaired electrons 1. It is paramagnetic. Carbon monoxide got 14 electrons. Its bond order 3. No unpaired electrons. Therefore it is diamagnetic. This particular tabular column is very much important for the NEET preparation. Now let's have question session. Before we go to the question session, you should know what type of questions they will focus on NEET entrance examination. They will focus more on bond order calculation, prediction of magnetic behavior, whether the given molecule or ion is paramagnetic or diamagnetic. And also they will ask you to predict the increasing, decreasing order of bond length. How will you predict the increasing and decreasing order of bond length? Bond order is always inversely proportional to bond length. As the bond order increases, bond length decreases. These are the questions you have to focus more for the entrance preparation. Now we are going to see the questions for practice. First question, according to MO theory, which of the following is correct? LUMO, that meaning lowest unoccupied molecular orbital level for C2 molecule is sigma 2p orbital. Sigma 2p orbital. This is exactly correct. Okay. In C2 molecule, both bonds are pi bonds. C2 molecule, both bonds are pi bonds because pi 2px2, pi 2py2. So 2 plus 2, 4 electrons, that gives rise to 2 pi bonds. Then in C2 2 minus ion, there is one sigma bond, 2 pi bonds. Why one sigma bond, 2 pi bonds? 2 pi bonds arise because of pi 2px2, pi 2py2. Whereas one sigma bond arises because of sigma 2pz2. Therefore, the right answer will be all the above are correct. Second question, in terms of molecular orbital theory, which of the following species will most likely be the one to gain an electron to be thermodynamically more stable species? The right option, Cn. If you take Cn, carbon got 6 electrons, nitrogen got 7 electrons. 6 plus 7 what? 13 electrons. If it gains 1 electron, become 14. 14 means it will become nitrogen molecule. Bond order become 3, bond become 3. So it will become more stable, thermodynamically more stable. So the right option is 1. Question number 3. After understanding the statement 1 and statement 2, choose the correct option. Statement 1. In the bonding molecular orbital of hydrogen, electron density is increased between the nuclei. Statement 2. The bonding molecular orbital is psi A plus psi B, which shows destructive interference of the combining electron waves. The right option 3. Why option 3 is correct? Statement 1 is correct. In the bonding molecular orbital of hydrogen, electron density is more between the nuclei. Any bonding molecular orbital, electron density is more between the nuclei. Statement 2, why is it wrong? The bonding molecular orbital is psi A plus psi B, that is exactly correct, but which shows destructive interference, that is absolutely wrong. The correct one is constructive interference. That is why answer 3 is correct. Now let's go to question number 4. The number of unpaired electrons in a paramagnetic diatomic molecule of an element with the atomic number 16 is. Atomic number 16 means sulfur. It belongs to oxygen family. Therefore, it contains 2 unpaired electrons. Therefore, option 1 will be the right option. Question number 5. 4 diatomic species are listed below in different sequences. Which of these presents the correct order of the increasing bond order? The correct option, option 2. Option 2, look at the bond order value. Helium 2 plus got the bond order 0.5, O2 minus 1.5, NO 2.5, C2 2 minus 3. Question number 6. According to molecular orbital theory, which of the following list ranks the nitrogen species in terms of increasing bond order? Option 3 will be the right option. Why means, look at the bond order value. N2 2 minus bond order 2, N2 minus 2.5, N2 3. Question number 7. Which of the following has the minimum bond length? The right option will be 1, because O2 plus got the bond order 2.5. Bond order more, bond length will be minimum. So the right option will be 1. Question number 8. Which of the following species does not exist under normal condition? Beryllium 2. In the case of beryllium 2, bond order is 0. Therefore, it does not exist. Therefore, option 3 is correct. Question number 9. The pairs of species of oxygen and their magnetic behavior are noted below. Which of the following represents the correct description? Option 4 is the correct option. Reason: O2 plus O2 both are paramagnetic, contain unpaired electrons. The pair of species with the same bond order is option 3. Both got bond order value 1. Now question number 11. Bond order of 1.5 is shown by option 4, O2 minus. It has the bond order 1.5. Question number 12. During exchange of O2 to O2 minus ion, the electron adds on which one of the following orbitals? Answer 3. Pi star orbital. Pi star orbital. Pi star orbital, that 17th electron will be added. Okay, that is pi star 2px. Question number 13. 4 diatomic species are listed below. Identify the correct order in which the bond order is increasing in them. Answer 2 is correct. Why? Look at the bond order value. Helium 2 plus bond order 0.5, O2 minus bond order 1.5, NO 2.5, C2 2 minus bond order 3. So option 2 is the right option. Decreasing order of stability of O2 minus, O2 plus, O2 minus. Answer 3 is the right one. Once again, look at the bond order value. O2 plus 2.5, O2 2, whereas O2 minus 1.5, O2 2 minus 1, bond order 1. Now question number 15. Which of the following pairs of species have the same bond order? Option 2 is the right option because CN minus CO both got same bond order value 3. In the process O2 plus 2, O2 2 plus 1 electron, the electron is lost from option 2, antibonding pi orbital. From the antibonding pi orbital, 1 electron is lost. So option 2 is the right option. Which of the following molecule is paramagnetic? The right option, oxygen. Oxygen has 2 unpaired electrons in pi star 2px and pi star 2py antibonding molecular orbital. Which of the following is paramagnetic? Paramagnetic molecule, option 3, N2 plus. It has unpaired electrons. Question number 19. Which of the following species have maximum number of unpaired electrons? Answer 1, O2. O2 has 2 unpaired electrons. Which of the following is not paramagnetic? Option 1. It is not paramagnetic. Actually, it is diamagnetic. It contains 18 electrons. All the electrons are paired. It is diamagnetic, not paramagnetic. All the electrons are paired. If bond order increase, then what happens? Energy increases, bond length decreases. Option 2 is the right one because bond order directly proportional to energy, inversely proportional to bond length. Now come to question number 22. The correct statement with regard to H2 plus and H2 minus, the right option 3. H2 plus is more stable than H2 minus. Why H2 minus less stable? Because of presence of 1 electron in the antibonding molecular orbital. Whereas H2 plus ion, no electron present in the antibonding molecular orbital. Consider the following species, Cn plus, Cn minus, NO and Cn. Which one of the following will have the highest bond order? Answer 2. That is Cn minus got the highest bond order. Question number 24. Which of the following is correctly based on MO theory for peroxide ion? Option 4 is the right option. Why? Its bond order is 1 and it is a diamagnetic one. O2 2 minus ion, in the case O2 2 minus ion is called peroxide ion. In that case, pi star 2px filled, pi star 2py also filled. So it becomes what? Diamagnetic. Question number 25. Which one is paramagnetic and has the bond order half? The right option, H2 plus. It has the bond order half. Dear students, so far we have discussed 25 questions. You have seen from the 25 questions, mostly questions come from bond order calculation, bond length calculation, prediction of paramagnetic behavior, diamagnetic behavior. So in these areas, you have to focus more. Thank you, children. All the very best.
இந்நிகழ்ச்சியை பற்றிய தங்களின் மேலான கருத்துக்களை கீழ்க்கண்ட முகவரிக்கு கடிதம் மூலமாகவோ மின்னஞ்சல் மூலமாகவோ குறுஞ்செய்தி மூலமாகவோ தெரியப்படுத்தலாம். அனுப்ப வேண்டிய முகவரி சிறப்பு அலுவலர், கல்வி தொலைக்காட்சி, 8ஆம் தளம், அண்ணா நூற்றாண்டு நூலகம், காந்தி மண்டப சாலை, கோட்டூர்புரம், சென்னை 6085. தொலைபேசி எண் 7824015000.